Global professional services firms set up overseas operation comprising over 100 organizations around the world. And the firms pursue the one firm strategy to approach global market as one entity by providing their clients with the same materials and the same quality services globally. Research on professional services firms focused on such firm-level efforts to diffuse global strategies. However, it does not explain what individuals inside the organizations actually do in the process. So we felt that it is important to unpack micro-level practices through which global strategies are materialized, and also important to understand the role of individuals in making the strategy legitimate and workable in the local work practice. So we analyzed interview data from 6 professional services firms and then conducted an in-depth case study of one of the firms, which we called the Global Consultancy Group. Within the company, to create, disseminate, and implement the one firm strategy, strategic teams were established and involved in various activities such as meetings, conferences, trainings, and so on. And one of the teams who we call business development advocate played a crucial role in disseminating the one firm initiatives to the country offices. And what we saw in the dissemination processes was that the individuals actively participated in translation processes throughout. So by translation, we mean the active process in which ideas travel via networks of humans and objects. And in this process, individuals constantly reinterpret, represent, and reassociate these strategic ideas as well as their own roles in strategy making. And we have seen instances where some advocates interpreted the initiatives as a norm to comply and their role as convincing their peers to implement the initiatives, whereas others did not necessarily see them that way, but they saw it as a long-term project and they don't necessarily have to convince others to implement them. So the interpretation of the strategy as well as their roles critically shapes the way in which practitioners get involved with the strategy. And this tells about the importance of the agency of individuals to translate ideas in realizing the strategy. The answer is yes and no. The one firm initiatives were translated differently in different local contexts, encompassing the maturity of the country offices, business development culture, and local market context. And some of the country offices that were less mature in their business development activities saw it as an opportunity or something that they could introduce to their own practice. And they reached out to the central office for support to train their staff or develop the country-level strategies in line with the one firm initiatives. Whereas other offices that were mature in the market or had a distinctive business development culture felt that the global initiatives or certain resources are not necessarily useful for their practice. So in most of such cases, the one firm strategy was put aside. However, there was one instance where a business development advocate played an important role, creating room for maneuver by coming up with a novel strategic idea. Translation matters in strategy-making processes. More endeavor is necessary for organizations to explore the many ways in which strategic ideas as well as practical concerns that can travel freely both top-down and bottom-up. And it requires ongoing efforts to create social and material environments in which these dispersed individuals and groups can jointly construct and reassess narratives about certain strategies, and in doing so, establish common ground on which strategies can be implemented.